guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Tea with Aru. This is where we come to have tea and impactful conversations. So today we're going to be talking about having good counsel around you and the importance of that, of having good counsel around you. How as we're doing life, we need to have people that are able to call out things from us, that are able to kind of like bring us in a right path if we deviate, or like we need to have good counsel around us. And I feel like if you feel like you don't have that in your life, you have to pray for God to bring or to align you, to locate you, or put you in a place where you can have such people. So the Bible in Proverbs 11 14, it says, for lack of guidance a nation falls, but victory is won through many advices. And in Proverbs 12 verse 15, it says, the way of fools seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice. So I think my encouragement is that to say, sometimes when you do life in isolation and not have people around you that really speak wisdom, and I'm really I really am very intentional by saying wisdom, because I think people who have wisdom around you, because I think you can have people in your life, but if those people don't really have any form of discernment, that you can go astray and they can just watch you go astray, because for them it's a way of life, I guess. But if you really want to live an effective life, and you want to live a life that is pleasing to God, you're going to have people in your life that are accountable for your walk with God, people that can speak wisdom, people that can guide and advise you, when you go through life phases, or when you do life in general. So I'm going to make an example with relationships, like romantic relationships. Your decision to be in a romantic relationship, and who you become, or you be in a relationship with, that sometimes people are led by, there's a thing called infatuation, that people are led by that feeling, because it's a heavy, tense feeling towards a certain person, a certain thing, like people are led by that most of the time. And I feel like when you're in that place, you're not able to make sober decisions, but sometimes you're not even able to listen to the conviction that might be coming from inside of you, a conviction that Holy Spirit might be communicating things to you, to say maybe this is not the right guy, this is not the right gal. That sometimes you can be blind, or rather deaf towards that, because you are in this heavy tense you have this heavy tense emotion towards this person, and then you make decisions based on those emotions. But if you have people in your life that care about you, that love you, that are wise, they are able to pick these things up, and they're able to see those red flags that you wouldn't be able to see when you are so deep into these emotions. You get my point? That you can be the most wise person. Honestly, you can be the most wise person, the most discerning person, but there's certain situations in your life that can overcome you, because the moment you step into that feeling, or into that tenseness, if that's a word, the moment you step into that, you cannot be sober. You will find it so hard to be sober, then that's when you will need people in your life that can speak this, because they don't have any emotions and any feelings attached to this person, but you do. You feel certain way about this particular individual. So for me, I think my advice would be that to say you have a great counsel around you, and these are the people that are going to hold you accountable. These are the people that are going to call things out. Like, they will love you enough to tell you the truth and call things out in your life, to say, girl, boy, this is not, I don't think this person is right for you. I don't think you guys should engage in any kind of relationship, just so that you are able to come to your senses and sit with yourself, and also really just analyze, properly, to say, oh, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should consider that, maybe I should look at that, maybe that is a red flag, maybe that is a pattern I've been seeing that I've been avoiding because of how I feel about this person. But when people in your life come in and they sit down with you and make those things come to surface for you, then you can be able to make a more informed and wise decision based on whether you pursue a relationship with that particular individual, and this can be for anything in your life. It can be for career, it can be for family, it can be for anything really that you doing life. You need people speaking over your life. You need that kind of wisdom. And I think living in a hyper independent world where people really romanticize independence, it becomes really difficult for people to see that as something that is essential for humanity, because we are supposed to exist in community, but we live in a world that is moving further and further away from that. You know, people are starting to do life on their own, making decisions on their own. People don't normalize asking for advices anymore. You know, before I embark on a journey, there's people already embarked on that journey. You know, there's people already dated and they got married. There are people who already walked this career and they've established things and they've some sort of success in this career. There are people who have done this particular thing that I want to do, that, you know, they seem to be successful or they have experience on those things. But still, you find that people don't want to ask advice. People don't want any form of guidance. You know, that we must go back to that kind of living, that people have a say. People have a say about our lives. And when I say good people, I really, really mean good people, because you can have people that can weigh you down. You can have people that can advise you, like intentionally advise you, like give you bad advice just so that you fail. That's what I'm saying. It's really important also to pray for people in your life that are good, people who have your best interests at heart, that are really going to point out things because they love you, not because they're jealous of you or anything like that. You know, that let's take it to heart. Let's take community to heart, and let's not just say community. Let's be in community. Let us allow ourselves to be humble enough to have people speak over our lives, speak about things in our life, call out things that need to be called out in our lives. You know, and that's how we do community, and that's how we grow. Honestly, that's how we succeed in things in life that we do, even in just living a quality life as a whole. You know, by having people around us that also speak such wisdom and that help us grow in that manner. You know, so that you don't end up on the other side looking at the decisions that you've made, let's say in terms of a relationship, because I feel like this is an example that is making more sense to me right now, to say, now you're in a relationship with this person, maybe you're engaged to marry this person, or you are married to this person, and all those things are starting to be so real to you, you know, that now you are in this bad marriage. You know, things are just bad, and it's not as if those things were not presenting themselves at the beginning of the relationship. Those people, those behaviors or whatever that's happening now presented itself way before you even engage in a relationship or in a marriage with this particular individual. But if you had people in your life, if you allowed people to speak in your life, if you did not privatize that relationship and make it about you and the person, you could have people who could see things that they could be able to point them out and make them really just zoom them towards you so that you can be able to see, you know. And this goes to anything in life, whether it's career, whether it's life decisions, like those big important life decisions. Like it goes for that also, you know, to say, while you're in it now, when you're in a situation that is, you know, bad, you start to see the things, the red flags. You start to see the things you ignored or took for granted, you know. But when you have good people in your life, they're able to speak that wisdom before you could even engage in anything, really. So I hope this is encouraging. That just came to me. I don't know why it came to me, but I hope this is encouraging for people. But I think also it came to me by seeing, because I'm a very observant person, so I observe a lot. I observe people, I observe the challenges and everything. But I've realized that I was seeing a lot of people who got in, especially with relationships, that were actually like very like concerning, and or they were really challenging for them, you know. But then when you look back, as they speak about the relationship, you're like, you had so many red flags. Like there were so many red flags. But then you realize that this person was actually going through this journey on their own. Even though they had people in their life, they didn't let people in that sense to say, disciple me, walk with me, tell me if there's things I need to see. Like things like that, being open enough for people's advices, you know. And I think we can avoid so many things, you know, like when the scripture says here that in Proverbs 11:14, for the lack of guidance a nation falls, you know, but victory is won through many advisors. That you could have a successful relationship, you could have a successful career, you could have a successful anything really, because you were able to listen to advices, that because there was a lot of wisdom around you, you know, people who are discerning and who are able to help you. I hope this helps. Do share, do subscribe, do like, but more than anything, I really hope you were encouraged by this video and what I said. Bye.